Good morning everyone. My name is Uday. Today we are discussing the main important topic is in the Infosys, that is called data sufficiency. First of all, what is the meaning of sufficiency? The sufficiency means that is the needed, sufficient. How much we need for example, food. How much food we need for sufficient, right? In the same way, data sufficiency. That means data means which data is sufficiency to give an answer for a given question. For example, they are asking the question like if is A greater than B. They are given question like is greater than B. That is a given question. For that given question, they are given options again. First option is like A value equals to 10, B value equals to 5. That is the first option. And then they are given second option as like A equals to 20, B equals to 10. By which data is sufficiency to give an answer for the given question? For example, anybody asking a question like what do you have lunch or breakfast? For example, I am asking you like do you have breakfast? Say your given answer is like yes. That means you give an answer for my question, either it is yes or no. That is called sufficiency. For example, here they are asking like is A greater than B? That means is A అనేది B కన్నా పెద్దది అవుతుందా అని అడిగినారు అంతవరకేనండి. సో దానికి మనకు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పడానికి for which condition is sufficient? Either from the first condition you can conclude like here A value is 10 and B value is 5. Here the A value is 10 and B value is the 5. So by the using of this first condition, is A greater than B means right, definitely you can conclude like A value is more than of B value, that means A greater than of B. And then by using the second condition again, you can conclude like is A greater than B means by using of A value from first condition, second condition A equal 20 and B equal 10. By using of the second condition also you can conclude like A is greater than B. But that answer is not definitely every time it's greater than B, definitely it's not every time it's definitely greater than A is greater than of B. So for example, in this question they are given like A value is 10 and B value is 20, right? From this condition also you can conclude the answer, because they were asking the only is A greater than B. Whether is greater than, you give the answer is okay, otherwise it's not greater than of A, greater than of B, that is also the answer, right? For example, another example, in this condition they are given only from the first condition they are given A value here it is a 10 and the second condition they are given it as a B value is 20. By the using of A and B both together you can conclude the given question. From the first condition you can take a value of A is 10 and from the second condition you can take a value of B of 20. From the first and two, from 1 and 2 you can conclude the A is not greater than of B. That is also the answer. Definitely it's not needed to give an answer A is greater than B. They are asking is A greater than of B or not, that's enough. If it is greater than is also okay, not greater than is also okay. Another example, for example, second example, is Prasad father of Venu. Is Prasad the father of Venu? The first conclusion they are given, for example, Madhu is the brother of Suresh. And the second conclusion, Raju is the father of Prasad. Right, which data is sufficiency to give an answer for the given question? The given question is Prasad is father of Venu. So from, if you want to conclude like Prasad is a father of Venu, definitely you know the values, you know the Prasad is a father of Venu or not. First of all, in the given condition, Madhu is the brother of Suresh. That means Madhu is a brother of Suresh. There is no relation between Prasad and Venu in the first conclusion. And again, in the second conclusion, Raju is the father of Prasad. Here you know the Prasad's father, but not Prasad. You cannot conclude like a Prasad is the father of Venu or not. So by the using of both the conclusion, sorry, both the conditions you cannot conclude the given question. That's why at that time neither one nor two, neither one nor two is our answer. If suppose if you can conclude the given question by using a first conclusion, at the time answer is option 1. If you cannot conclude, sorry, if you conclude option only by using of two second condition only, at the time 2. By using of both the conditions, at the time option is 3. If you not conclude by both of them, at the time option is 4. If suppose either one or two means, for example, another example, question, what is the price of the tea? What is the price of tea? Right, that's the given question. For that question they are given conclusions like a first conclusion is price of the coffee is 5 rupees more than that of tea. Price of the coffee is 5 rupees more than that of tea. And the second conclusion, price of the coffee is 5 rupees less than soft drink, 5 rupees less than the soft drink, which is 3 times the price of tea, right. So they are asking the question like what is the price of the tea, whether the price of the tea is normally either 10 rupees or 5 rupees or 20 rupees or 50 rupees, but depending upon situation, depending upon the city or depending upon location. But here what is the price of the tea, they are asking the question. For that given question you can conclude by using of any one of the condition. For example, price of the coffee is, in the first conclusion they are given a price of the coffee is 5 rupees more than that of the tea. 5 rupees more than, that means tea plus 5 from the first conclusion. And second conclusion, price of the coffee is 5 rupees less than that of soft drink, which is 3 times. For example, price of the, again second time, price of the coffee is 5 rupees less than that of soft drink, that means soft drink minus 5. So again they are given another condition, the second one, which is 3 times the price of the tea, which is the soft drink is 3 times the price of the tea. So price of the tea is tea only, it is S value is 3 times of tea, that means instead of S we can write 3t, right. So from first and second conclusions, both the left hand side of coffee is equal, that's why from right hand side also t plus 5 equals to 3t minus 5. Now 2t equals to 10, t equals to 5 rupees. Now we can conclude t equals to 5 rupees. By the using of this conclusion, t value is 5 rupees, coffee value is 10 rupees and soft drink value is 3 times of t, that means 15 rupees. So by the using of 1 and 2 conclusions, you can give the answer as a t price of the tea is 5 rupees. So at this time both the conditions are required, both are required. By the using of both the conclusions, you can conclude the given question. Another example, for example, what is the time now? Please don't include your real life in this one, because of someone give the sir what is the time now means now the time is 9:40 or 9:50 something. They are asking the question like a question in this given examples, then you give the answer by the using of given conclusions, not your real watch and something clock, right. What is the time now? Right. First conclusion, both the hands of the clock points are opposite. And second conclusion, the shorthand is on the shorthand is on 6. The shorthand is on 6. Right. Now what is the time? By using of these two conclusions, then you can conclude the answer. How? Right. What is the time now means what is the time, either 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 3:30 or 2:30 or 9:30 or 10:30, anything. So by the first conclusion, both the hands of the clock points are in opposite. Both the points are opposite means either quarter to 9:15 or quarter to 3 or 12:30 or anything 2:10 or something, sorry 2:45 something. Next, by the using of second conclusion, the shorthand is on exactly on 6. The shorthand is on 6. That means the shorthand by the second conclusion, shorthand is on 6. So that means the both hand, by the using of first conclusion, the both hands are definitely in opposite position. The shorthand second condition, the shorthand is exactly 6. What is the time now? 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Right. By the using of either first conclusion you give the answer or second conclusion you give the answer. If suppose only first condition is sufficient to give an answer, at the time option 1. By the using of second one, option 2. Both means by the using of two condition means both. By the using of any one, at the time option is 4. Neither nor means option is 5. Now what is the option, either 1 or 2 or 3 means now the option is both, because of by the using of two conditions you can conclude the given question. That is the answer is 6 o'clock. The same way, for example, another question. Question, who catch the more fishes, on a fishing trip of Ram and Shyam, Right. First conclusion, both are catches, fishes in the ratio 4:5. Both are catches, fishes in the ratio 4:5. Second condition, second conclusion, Ram catching the fishes until he catch 12 fishes. Until he catch 12 fishes. Right. Now which condition, otherwise which conclusion is sufficient to give an answer for the given question? Who catch the more fishes on a fishing trip of Ram and Shyam? Now Ram and Shyam are in the fishing trip, on a fishing trip. In this trip, who catch the more fishes? They are asking question. Right. They are asking question is like a who catch the more fishes, that is the number is, you know the number or doesn't know number, because of they are asking who catch the more one. For example, the Ram catch fishes of 20 or Shyam catch fishes of 30, or Ram catching a fishes of 40 and Shyam catching a fish of 30. Right. Now first conclusion, both are catches, fishes are in the ratio 4:5. From this first conclusion, who catch the more fishes, either Ram or Shyam? By directly from the first conclusion you can conclude the given question. First one, who catch the more fishes means the second person who are in the ratio like a 4:5, the second ratio is the more value than first value. That's why Shyam catch the more fishes compared to the Ram. By the first conclusion you can conclude the answer. By the second conclusion, Ram catching the fishes until he catch 12 fishes. That means Ram continue the fishing until up to 12. The Shyam means up to the Shyam will be either 20 or 40 or something 60. Doesn't know. So they are asking question only, they don't want to ask about the how many number of fishes. They are asking the question like who catch the more fishes. Here by the using of first conclusion, you can conclude the given question like a Shyam catch the more fishes. Shyam catch the more fishes. That is the answer for the given question. Next, another example. See another example. This is the most important topic for your Infosys, like a data interpretation like this. And next, who scored more runs? Who scored more runs in a match, in a cricket match? First conclusion, A and B and C and D together, A and B and C and D together scored 180 runs. 180 runs. And second conclusion, A scored 12 runs, A scored 12 runs and B scored 20 runs and B scored 20 runs, right. For the given question, what is the given question? Who scored more runs in a match? In that match, who scored the more runs? For example, ఈ మ్యాచ్లో ఎక్కువ స్కోర్ కొట్టింది ఎవరు అని అడిగినారని క్వశ్చన్. దానికి ఆన్సర్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఫర్ ద ఫస్ట్ కంక్లూజన్ A and B and C and D, A, B and C and D, that means all together 4 members are scored 180 runs. Maybe A got a A scored like a 20 runs or 40 runs or 50 runs something, and B scored a 10 or 20 or something, and C scored either 10 or 50 or 100 anything, D scored either 80 or 60 or 30 or 40 something. Next, from the second conclusion, A scored 12 runs, B scored 20 runs in that match, right. By the using of 1 and 2, you can conclude the given question or not. First of all, check it. From, for example, A plus B plus C plus D all together scored 180 runs. Now A means 12 runs, B means 20 runs. What about C and D? We don't know about C and D. All together 180 runs. Now 32 plus C plus D equals to 32 plus C plus D equals to 180. Now C plus D equals to C plus D equals to 180 minus 32. 180 minus 32. That means C plus D equals to, what is the value? 148. 148. That means maybe C scored 147 runs or C scored 148 runs and D is duckouts. Maybe you can't conclude. Otherwise, D scored 148 runs, C is a duckouts. So by using of 1 and 2 conditions also, you cannot conclude the given question, because of we don't know about the C and D individually. That's why at this time neither 1 nor 2 conclusions. That means either using of one conclusion or two conclusion or both or together, we can't conclude like a given, we can't conclude given question. That is the answer for the given question. Next, next question, how many male people are there in a family? Are there in a family? First conclusion, there are 2 married couple. There are 2 married couple. That is first condition. Second conclusion is like a there are 4 children. There are 4 children in that family. What is the answer for the given question? But the first of all, given question is how many male people are there in a family? In a family of total, how you don't know the number of family. In a family, how many male people are there in that family? They are asking the question. For that given question, they are given conclusions like there are two married couple. There are two married couple. That is the first conclusion. And the second conclusion is like there are 4 children in that family. There are two married couple means one male people and one female people, and another male, second means two male, two female, definitely by using of first condition, right. And the second condition, there are 4 children. There are 4 children in that family. There are 4 children in that family. That means again they are having 4 children. That 4 children is either male or female, either 2 males possible, 2 females is possible. And next, first of all question, how many male people are there in a family of 8 people? Sorry, how many male people are there in a family of 8 people? In a family of 8 people, how many male people are there? There are 2 married couple. 2 married couple means one male, that means sorry, 2 male, 2 female. Next, there are 4 children. 4 children means either male possibility is male people is also children. Sorry, male children is also considered as a children, and female children is also considered as a children. Right. So by using of first conclusion, you can conclude like only 4 people of either 2 male, 2 female. And by using of second conclusion, you can't conclude like 4 children means either male people or female people. You can't conclude. So either if suppose the possibility of combination of the 1 and 2, you can conclude or not, check it. There are 2 married couple means 2 male and 2 female. And the second conclusion, 4 children in that family. 4 children means either 3 male possibility, 1 female possibility, or 4 are male possibility is there, 4 female possibility is there, or 2 male, 2 female is the possibility is there. So we can't conclude like either 4 male people, or 5 male people, or 6 male people, or 7 male people, right. So at this time also you can conclude like answer is neither 1 or 2, neither 1 nor 2, neither 1 nor 2. Next example again. What is the price of book? What is the price of book? First conclusion again, the book price is more than 15 rupees. The book price is more than 15 rupees. Second conclusion, the price of the book is the price of the book is less than 17 rupees. The price of the book is less than 17 rupees, right. So what is the question? What is the price of the book? The price of the book is either 10 rupees or 15 rupees or 20 rupees or 100 rupees, 1000 rupees is also possibility. But in the given, they are given like a conclusions, the price of the book is something, right. From the first conclusion, the price of the book is more than 15 rupees. More than 15 means more than 15 means 16 or 17 or 18 or 90 and 20 and so on. And next, from the second conclusion, the price of the book is less than 17 rupees. Less than 17 means 16 and 15 and 14 and 13 and so on, decreasing order, right. From 1 and 2 conclusions, what is the intersection part? What is the intersection part? That it is definitely 16 is the common for from 1 and 2 conclusions. 16 is the common from 1 and 2 conclusions. That's why by using of 1 and 2 conclusion you can conclude like the price of the book is definitely 16 rupees, because of from the first conclusion the price of the book is definitely more than 15 rupees. That means either 16, 17, 18 something possibility. And next from the second conclusion the price of the book is less than 17 rupees. Less than 17 means definitely either 16 or 15 or 14 or 13 something so and so. So what is the common? What is the common value in between these two conclusions is 16. That's 16. So answer is 16 is the price of the book by using of 1 and 2 conclusions. Now answer is either option 1 or option 2 or option 3 or option 4 or option 5. That means either only first condition is sufficient or only second condition is sufficient or both are needed or neither nor or either are. Now again both the conditions are required to give an answer. Both the conditions are required to give an answer. That means both are required. Both are required. Both are required. Next. Both are required. Either or, in which situation you can get the option as like either or. So first of all example, one small example. Right. The first example, initial example is A greater than B. First conclusion, A equals to 10, comma B equals to 20. Next second conclusion, A equals to 30, comma B equals to 40. Now they are asking the question like is A greater than B, whether you can conclude like answer is either A, yes sir, A is greater than of B, or you can conclude like A is not greater than of B sir. So definitely you can conclude either yes or no, that is our answer. Definitely there is no need to give every time A is definitely greater than of B sir, maybe less than. They are asking only is it greater than of or not, is it greater than or not. So by the using of first conclusion, A value is 10 and the B value is 20. Here it is less than or greater than, less than, so it's not. From the first conclusion you can conclude like A is not a greater than of B. And next from the using of second conclusion, again A value is 30, comma B value is 40. So now also again A is not greater than of, A is not greater than of B value, A is not greater than B, that means again less than of B, A is less than of B or less, not greater or not greater. So by the using of first conclusion also you can give the answer, either by the using of second conclusion also you can give the answer. That this time either one is sufficient, individually sufficient to give an answer, either second time again a second conclusion is again individually sufficient to give an answer for the given question. Either first condition is sufficient to give an answer or second condition is individually sufficient to give an answer for the given question, right. At this time option is either first conclusion or second conclusion, either first or second conclusion is our answer now this time. Next, so we already seen either same question, for the same question if suppose they are given for the same question again they are given, so is A greater than B, so that question again they are given different type of conclusions. For example A equals to 10, comma B equals to 20. In the second conclusion they are given C equals to 100, so only first conclusion you can give the answer is A is not greater than of, B, if is there any need to second condition or not, there is there is no use of C value because they are asking only relation between A and B. There is no need to know value of C. Yeah, this is not sufficient. Only first condition is enough. Only first condition is enough. Only first conclusion sufficient to give an answer. So already we saw first condition or both or neither or now either or also. In the last condition, last question, either or. Next, these are the 5 different conditions, either one or either two or both or neither or either nor. This is about data sufficiency. This is important for Infosys. This topic is important for Infosys as well as same to same like a data interpretation is also important for Infosys pattern. Next one, data interpretation. Interpretation in the computer language, what is interpreter doing? What is interpreter? Interpreter will done the normal code language to the computer understandable code language, and again the computer understandable code language to the normal code language, that is called interpreter. That is called interpreter in the code language. The same way here, data interpretation is nothing but the data, whatever the data they are given in the different formats, those are first one is tabular format, table format, and the second one is pie chart, and third one is bar graph, and next one is line graph. So they are differently, they are given the data in the tabular format. By the using of the data, whatever the question they are asking regarding the table, you can conclude so you can give the answer for that question. For example, right, company A produce some items in 1990 is 100, in 2000 is 150, in 2010 is 220. Next, company B is producing 80 and 96 and 130. Next, company C produce 100 and 110 and 131, right. So based upon the given information, this is called tabular information, the data interpretation. So in this, based upon the given information, they are given the production of company ABC, in the years of 1990 and 2000 and 2001. For example, in the 1990, A company will produce 100 items. In the 1990, B company will produce 80 items. In the C company will produce 100 items. And again, in 2000, company A produce 150 items. Company B produce 96 items, company C produce 110 items, and again in 2010 company A produce 220 items, company B produce 130 items, company C produce 131 items. For example, they are asking the question like a first question, in which year companies production are equal, companies productions are equal, in which year the company's production are equal, in which year. For example, which values are equal? Now check it. In the 1990, company A will produce 100 items. In the same year 1990, company C will produce again 100 items. Now in which year means 1990 the companies are produce equal items. And next, for example, that is first question. Second question, they are different type. For example, in 1990 company A in 1990 and 2000, how much percentage of value will be increasing in the production? How much percentage of value is increasing, how much percentage is increasing in the production value. For example, in 1990 the production is 100 and the second year 2000 the company production is 150. How much value is increased? 50. But they are asking how much percentage will increase, that means 50 by 100 into 100. So again 50% will get 50%. If suppose the same question will be asking on a B, in how much percentage of production is increasing from 1990 to 2000 in company B? How much percentage of production is increasing from 1990 to 2000 in a company B? Right. For example, in 1990 what is the production of B value? It is only 80. Company B produced 1990, how much value it is? 80 only. Again in 2000 company B will produce how many values? It's 96 values, right. How much value will be increasing from 1990 to 2000? The value will be increasing, value is only 16. That 60 is how much? That 60 is how much percentage on, that 60 is 60, sorry, that 16 is how much percentage on 80? That means 16 by from 80 to 96 or 96 to 80, the value will be increasing from 80 to 96. That's why initial value into 100. Now we will get 0 0 cancel, again to 20%. The 20% value will be increasing. The 20% value will be increasing in the company B from 1990 to 2000. Next, and again for example, which company production will be decreasing? Which company production will be decreasing in the given table? Answer is there is no decreasing in the production value. For example, otherwise, nice. Which company production will be decreasing in which year? On which year? Right. The company C will production 1990 is 100. Again the company C production is in the 2000 is 110, and again company C production in 2010 is 99. So again company A will be increasing 100 to 150 and 150 to 220, and again company will be increasing from 80 to 96 and after that 96 to 130. Now company C production will be increasing from 100 to 110 and then it will be decreasing. If suppose they are asking the question like a how much percentage of production will be decreasing? How much percentage of production will be decreasing in company C from 2000 to 2010. Normally most of the people give the answer like a sir 11% sir, because of the difference in between 110 and 99 is 11, but the right answer is not 11, it's a check it now. So in the company C production in 2000 value is 110 and again company C production in 2010 value is 99. How much value will be decreasing? Value is 11 is the value. 11 is the value. That's why the 11 will be decreasing. From where, which value? It will be decreased. Either 99 to 110 will decrease or 110 to 99 is decreasing. So from 110 to 99 is decreasing. That's why from initial value, decreasing value, starting value into 100. So 0 0 cancel, 11 cancel. That's why we'll get only 10% is the decreasing value. 10% is the decreasing value. Next, what is the average? Then next question, for example, they are asking like a, so in this data interpretation definitely not only the given information, they were including the topics like a percentages or averages or ratios or something, or ratio and proportions also, because sometimes they are asking like a, in company A what is the average production in the 3 years? What is the average production company A in 3 years, that is 1990 and 2000 2010, what is the average value? Now they are including the average topic in this given question. So A production in 1990 is 100, and again A production in 2000 is 150, and again A production in 2010 is 220. Then what is the average means? Sum of average equals to sum of all the values by sum of all the values by number of values. Sum of all the terms or sum of all the values by number of values. Here they are given only 3 values, that's why sum of all these values is 0, 7, 470. 470 by how many years? It's 3 years, that's why 470 by 3, the value result is 470 by 3, 150. Now 470 by 3, 15 one time, again 7, 20 is 6 times, that means 156.666 is the average of 156.66 is the average of company A in the production 1990 and 2000 and 2010 and 2010. Here they are including average concept. And again, what is the ratio of, next for example they are asking like what is the ratio of company A and C, what is the ratio of company A and C in 2000, what is the ratio of production company A and C in 2000 year, right. Company A production is, what is the production of company A in 2000? The value is 150, and again company B will be production, what is the production of company C in 2000? It is again 110. Now what is the ratio means? Ratio means comparison of two numbers by division is called ratio. So 150 is to 110, again 0 0 cancel. Now the value is 15 is to 11 is the ratio value. 15 is to 11 is the ratio value. Now they are including the ratio and proportion concept in this question. So the data interpretation is including all the topics, maximum of the topics in this data interpretation topic, that is tabular information. This is tabular information. Now again we are having again 3 different types of information. The second one is the pie chart. Now see the one example for pie chart. The marks obtained in 4 subjects first one is Telugu subject, second one is English, third one is Hindi, and fourth one is mathematics. Total marks are 200. Now in Telugu, how much percentage of marks he got means 20%. 20% means the marks are out of 200 he got 40. Next, in 25% means out of 200 he got 50 marks, and again 30% means out of 200 he got 60 marks, and again Hindi how many percent means 15% means 30, 10% is 20 and 5% is 10, that means 30. So they are asking the question like what is the total marks he got in all the subject? What is the total marks he got all the subjects? He got So total how many marks? First of all 40 plus 50 plus 60 plus 30, 180. Now including another subject like a 10%, it is science, 10% science, 10% of 20 means, so 200 means 20. Now how many marks he got means orally 200, right. So based upon this given table, given pie chart, they are asking the question like a which subject is the least percentage of marks he got, and which subject he got least percentage of marks. This is a science and 10% is the least marks in this given pie chart. That is why the science subject he got least percentage of marks. And next, which subject he got more marks in all these 5 subjects. So the maths is 30% is the highest percentage in all these subjects. That is why he got 60 marks in mathematics. That is the highest marks in the given pie chart. And next, what is the nearly, almost near to equal to the how much percentage, which two values is the very nearest marks in the given pie chart. Which two values is very nearest to value means either 30, 40 is the difference is 10, and again 50, 20, 60 is the difference is 10, and again 20 and 30 is also difference is 10. But they are asking a typical question, which percentage will be increasing is less percentage increase. For example, here, 20 and 30, comparison between 20 and 30, he will how much value increase? 10 value increase. 10 value on 20, the value is 50%. 10 value on 20 is 50%. And again, for example, if you compare 40 and 50 or 30 and 40, 30 to 40, 10 is increasing, 10 increase means 10 by 30 into 100. Again you got some percentage. And next, the difficult question is what is the average marks he got in all the 5 subjects. What is the average marks he got in all the 5 subjects? So average means sum of all the values by number of subjects. Again sum of all the values is 200, and by sum of all the values is 200 by 5, because of we are having 5 subjects, that is why 200 by 5, the value is 40. So which subject marks is equal to the average of all the subjects. Which subject marks is equal to the average of all the subject. Here Telugu subject is having 20% out of 200, that is why 20% of 200 means the value is 40. So but the average value of all the subjects is 40. Telugu is 40 marks, so Telugu is equal to the average of all the subjects. This is about pie chart. Again they are given some third one, it is called line graph or bar graph. Line graph. Most of the students are know the line graph, because of in the cricket match again they are using line graph. Line graph means, right, this indicates score or runs, this indicates overs. Here 10 overs, 20 overs, 30 overs, 40 overs. Here runs are 100, 200 and 150. Starting value is 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 and 300 and 350, and final value is 400. Now here they are representing indicating the score between the two matches the score between the match in between the India and Australia. Right, the dark line indicates India score. This dark line indicates the India score. And this dotted line indicates the Australian score. Right, these bubbles are indicating the wickets right. This is the given information. Based upon the given information, they are asking the question like a, for example, how many wickets India lose to get a score of 340 runs? How many wickets India lose to get a runs of 340 runs in this match? For example, this one is first one is here 1 wicket, first wicket, second wicket, third wicket, and fourth wicket and fifth wicket. India lose 5 wickets and he got the score of 340 runs. And next, which team will be won in this match? Which team will be won this match? Which team will be won this match means now here the darker lines score will be higher than the dotted lines. So that's why the dark line indicates the India score. That's why India won the match in this given. India will be won the given match. Right. Next, given information. Next, and again, and at the time of 20 overs, which team will having the more lose the more wickets? Which team lose the more wickets? So here the dark lines indicating the Indian team, and up to 20 overs means up to here, right? Up to here India lose only 2 wickets, but in at the same time Australia lose the wickets 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wickets of Australia, he lose 4 wickets, and India lose only 2 wickets. So which team will lose the more wicket means Australia will lose the more wickets. And next, almost at what time, otherwise at what, how many overs the scores will be almost equal? In how many overs? Roughly, approximately, otherwise in how many overs the score will be almost equal? In how many overs the score will be equal? In how many overs? At what overs? So now here is almost India and Australia score is equal. That it is how many overs the score it is? It's nearly approximately 24. It approximately 24 overs. At the time of 24 overs, India and Australia is a equal stage. Next question. How many overs the India and Australia will are the equal, runs are equal, almost equal, less than of 20 overs. So at what overs India and Australia score are again equal less than of 20 overs. Again this position also India and Australia is also equal, that is 8 over, nearly approximately 8 overs. Next, in roughly approximately how many runs of the difference India and Australia the match? How many runs difference between India and Australia? It is either 5 or 6 runs, because of this will indicate 350 runs, this will indicate 400 runs, and again given the mark of 360 of Indian runs, and again Australia is only less than of either 5 or 6 runs, because this is the 350 mark. Again this is the 350 marks, this is the 360 marks. The difference between India and Australia score is 5 runs only, either 5 or 6 runs only. This is the represents indicates the line graph. This diagram indicates the line graph. And again we are having another type of representation in the data interpretation, that is called bar graph. Bar. Right. Again this is called bar graph. This bar graph indicates the production of company A, B, C, D in the year of 2000. Company production in the year of 2000. Right? In which two companies are equal production? In which two companies are in the almost equal production? Those two companies, which two are equal means, which two companies are in the equal production means here both the B and C are in the almost equal, that is our values are 35. That values are 35. Next, which company production is higher compared with the remaining all the companies? Which company production is higher compared with the remaining all the companies? The company's E production is higher than all the companies, that production value is 45. And next, which company production is the least value? Which company production is the least value in the given table? The company A production is the least, that is almost approximately 25. And which company production is the second least stage? That C company will production is the least in the stage of all the 5 companies. This diagram represents a bar graph. This represents the bar graph. Next, in this bar graph they are indicating either productions or company or company names or productions, something otherwise different values. So we can conclude like by using of 4 different diagrams. Those are, first one tabular diagram, and second one is pie chart, and third one is line graph, and fourth one is bar graph. So by using of these 4 diagrams, you can, data interpretation topic is including these 4 diagrams. And again, this is also important topic for your Infosys pattern. And again, data sufficiency and data interpretation are the very important topics for your Infosys patterns. Thank you very much, everyone.